Is this the end for DJ Moore in Chicago? It certainly seems that way, with growing talk on a number of different platforms about him being traded away this offseason, and now a farewell message from DJ himself reported from an NFL insider. Is it time that we're going to have to deal without having DJ Moore in Chicago next season? Join me on the other side. What is up, Bears fans? Welcome to the UK take on all things Chicago Bears. Yes, this is your Bears Huddle podcast. I'm O.W. James, and we're going to talk DJ Moore. Guys, is this the end for DJ Moore in Chicago? It certainly seems that way. The talk around him being traded away from the Bears certainly seems to be growing. Look, I'm not saying the Bears think that DJ Moore is a bad player. That is certainly not the case. Ryan Poles has made that more than clear on a number of occasions, how highly he thinks of DJ Moore, as has Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams as well. And look, I'm not going to sit here today and saying that getting rid of DJ Moore is the best idea in the world. He is a top level receiver after all. However, the Bears need cap space. The Bears need draft capital. The Bears need to make moves. And as Ryan Poles said at the NFL Scouting Combine the other day, we're going to have to make some tough decisions when it comes to the players. And some of these players that we perhaps don't want to say goodbye to, we're going to have to say goodbye to create that to create that cap space and get to gain that draft capital in order to build this roster for the future. And DJ Moore could well be that casualty. Now, there's certainly been talk of a possible trade to the New England Patriots. That seems to be one that is doing the rounds, especially with news that they are releasing Stephon Diggs as well. There's also been talk of him being packaged as part of a trade for Max Crosby, although the Raiders are still thought to want 2 first-rounders plus a player for Max Crosby. I'm going to stay what I said the other day. No way, in any way, shape or form, should the Bears be giving up any first-round picks for Max Crosby, a guy who is no better statistically than Montez Sweat, and certainly paying him the salary. I honestly believe, and I'll say this again for the final time, if the Bears trade for Max Crosby, it will be a disaster. Right, let's talk about this DJ Moore trade. Look, DJ Moore has been a fantastic receiver. Look, yes, his numbers weren't as good as they have been last season, but at times he came up when we needed him to. He caught that winning pass against the Green Bay Packers. He was instrumental in a number of victories for the Bears last season. He came up big when we needed him to. And at times, yes, there was questions over his and Caleb's relationship. And look, I understand that. But, you know, there seems to be a burgeoning relationship that developed as the season went on between Caleb and DJ. Now, today, this has been posted. I think it's Adam Farrell, who is a NFL insider, has posted this that is purportedly from DJ Moore. Now, we know that this is obviously could be, not from DJ Moore. We don't obviously know if he does his own social media. Chicago, thank you for everything. From the moment I arrived, you embraced me with open arms. The passion of the fans, the history of the organization, the brothers I went to battle with are things I'll never forget. I'm sorry for taking some plays off. I was tired. References to perhaps that. To my teammates, coaches, and entire Bears organization, thank you for believing in me and pushing me to be better every day. Chicago will always hold a special place in my heart, but I'm excited for the next chapter. With love, DJ Moore. Now, look, yes, there could be some element of this is not actually genuine. Like I said, it is kind of been pushed by this NFL insider. But it all comes as part of a story that, it goes also with the one that came out on Instagram the other day. If this is goodbye Chicago, that was another one that went out there from DJ Moore. It's looking increasingly likely like DJ Moore will be at a different team next season. I think the Bears are perhaps looking at this in terms of the fact that maybe, just maybe, that it is something they are willing to do because of the fact that, we've got Rome Odunze. Luther Burden is certainly someone who has stepped it up and has really shown himself to be a top receiver. Also, Colston Loveland has also stepped it up as well and really been a top guy. Now, like I said, this comes from Adam Farrell, who is an NFL insider reporter, home of the Adam Bomb, host of Inside the Offseason with Adam Farrell. This is a guy, like I said, who is someone in the know that has reported this farewell statement from DJ Moore. Look, I don't think this is 100% real. I think this is perhaps something that Adam Farrell's perhaps I don't know. You know, like I said, I don't 100% guarantee that this statement is definitely coming from DJ Moore. However, I don't think that it comes without any kind of backing, any kind of lack of truth there. Like I said, I do think that there is an element of truth to this, that DJ Moore could well be on his way out of Chicago. Now, if DJ Moore was to leave Chicago this offseason, it would lead our wide receiver depth looking like this, with players actually under contract. Obviously, Omid Zaccheaus and Devin Duvernay are both out of contract and free agents as well. Now, they, of course, could be brought back. Roma Dunze, Luther Burden, Jade Walker, JP Richardson, Maurice Alexander. Now, obviously, Roma Dunze, start of last season, certainly showed himself up to be a very talented wide receiver. Luther Burden as well showed himself up to be a very talented wide receiver. A guy who could obviously, get a lot of yards after catch as well. And I think, whilst you've got these two and Colston Loveland and Cole Kmet likely to stay in place, you've got a number of weapons. Jade Walker also looked pretty good as well. I think there's obviously still a likelihood as well the Bears could draft a wide receiver at some point to add into that mix. But, you kind of question, is there enough there with Odunze, Burden and Walker being those top three guys without DJ Moore? But like I said, if you add in Colston Loveland, if you add in Cole Kmet, then, maybe that is just about enough to get through with the talent of Caleb Williams, with the running game from DeAndre Swift and Kalman Ungai as well. And look, it's been kind of talked about as well that, maybe that we have to sacrifice parts of the offense to help build this defense in this offseason. Guys, I don't know what to say. Like I said, I'm not 100% certain that this is a genuine statement. This is an Adam Farrell thing. I think, it could well be true, but the likelihood is that DJ Moore will not be a Chicago Bear next season. I'm kind of confidently predicting that, looking at the reports coming out from ESPN and others, and obviously the fact that the Bears are perhaps not prepared to take that massive cap hit that DJ Moore is carrying into this new season. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching the Bears Huddle podcast. Catch you soon. Bear down.